Hello everybody, Humble here. Well, here's the entire 7 bikes that I've been able to get done in the last few weeks out of the one zombie bike. So the one to the far left that you see, orange and red with the white frame, that's as close to the real zombie bike but with the new forks. And then they get more elaborate as we get down to the last one. And I just finished the last one today, and it is the Preacher. It's called, yeah, it's called the Chopper Charles Bandit. And the reason for it is it's a twin turbo nitrous injected. Yes, it is. And he's the one with the rider with the blue and the white. And we're circling it right now. It's a big solid forked chopper, not the Springer like the other one was. But the Springer is a far nicer riding bike. This one here is got an issue or two, but I just put a new frame on it, so maybe we'll be okay. The rake was bad on the other one. Now the two small bikes that you see with other riders on them, they're the crotch rocket type of Harley Sport. They have a compounded back wheel that is exceedingly grippy, and wheelies are not a problem. Well, they are a problem because you can overdo it real easy, but it will definitely get wheelies on demand and at most any speed, so it can be a little bit of a job. But they also in-game have female riders on the back, which take up a little bit of space, but it's kind of nice to have them. I haven't figured out a way to get the guy to drive solo. I think maybe I can take a driver into the 3D editor and either make him so small that you can't see him when you're driving. I might be able to do that, and then that way the guy in the Porsche outfit, he would be on the bike by himself. There would be another driver on the back, but you'd never see them. They'd be tucked down into the cosmos. But that's what we've got thus far, guys. 7 bikes. I forgot now what I put out for the first pack. One day has blended, pardon me, into another day, and I've just been kept right at it. But we've got a whole tribe of the critters, and the one that's on the very bottom, is exiting to the left of the screen right now, that is Humble's Chopper. That is a nice driving, beautiful bike. That is a sweetheart. It is really, really nice motorcycle to drive. I mean, none of them lean, and none of the steering goes back and forth like you would love to have it do. That at some time I might be able to watch a YouTube video on how to do steering animations or what, and then learn how to do it. But without the knowledge, you might as well ask me to drive a 747 and land you at Heathrow Airport. You better pray to God the Lord is with me, because otherwise none of us are going to make it in one piece. That's for sure. So that's what we got today, guys. I will see if I can stop the whirling of the dervish, and we'll try to zoom. It's not going to be easy with this many motorcycles to get in there and give you a decent view of them, but I'm going to try. Let's see if I can get down here on normal. In fact, we'll take a few screens while we're at it, because why not? And we got such a massive amount of motorcycles here. So let's get a screen of Rooney there and try to zoom in a little. Now you'll notice here's a regular HD Harley twin. You can see the carburetor would be coming out right there, and the keys here. Well, things are a lot different on the Preacher. Let's see if we can get in here a little bit. You'll notice this big intake plenum coming down into the air box. It's been being fed by twin bottles. It's got a scoop on this side for fresh air. It's got a scoop on that side for fresh air. You don't want to take this out in the rain, but it does have some amount of fiber fill inside there. We're just pretending now. Bear with me. But I thought that would be kind of cool. But it does have one turbo here and one between the two cylinders on the inside. It's a little tough to see, but you can see it breathing through the center of the box. Humongous back wheels on these two. Humongous. And this one's got a pretty good size, but this is humongous. Now you get the regular size wheels on the regular size bikes. Of course, I went from normal to Abby normal. Well, no. All right. Normal, abnormal, cosmic normal, uh, bandicoot normal. I just kept going apeshit, making them wider and wider, and they're sticking with it. So, but they're not getting easier to drive. I'll be honest. But they're fun, and there's a whole tribe of the bastards. And this, I don't remember if the front wheel turns or not. I'm going to have to take that out for a drive and see if I can sort that out. I think that might have an issue, but then again, it might not. I don't know. We'll see. So this is what we've got after all this work. I do have a ton of skin work to do. If I'm going to have individual skins for every bike, that's 7 bikes times what, about 12 skins? Holy shit. But I like doing it. It's just time consuming. It's going to take some time. Now, one of the biggest breakthroughs was being able to use the front end off the BMW. For some reason, I was able to maintain the same wording for each individual part, and that way it matched the dummies, which are invisible to me, inside the vehicle, and that's what tells Assetto Corsa this thing turns and which direction does it turn. I've never seen one because they're invisible to me, but yeah, they're there, or you bet their ass they're there, or shit don't work. So I'm going to take this little guy out and see if he's okay. If that's the Billy bike. If everybody is running and happy, we've got one hell of a nice bunch of motorcycles. And some, now, originally the Humble bike had the biggest, nicest gas tank, and I just loved it. It just seems to fit. Let me see if I move this out of the way just gently. Seems to fit the bike better than this little crabapple fucker. You're going to be going from stoplight to stoplight, filling that thing up constantly. So I wanted to get some, roadworthiness out of it, so I went with that. But as we got more powerful and bigger and heavier bikes, we needed more fuel. So this one has a humongous tank, which is actually cut right in half. And I did both halves in the editor and then put them back on. And so you should be able to get this to say Wanna Dinka Fink on this side, and it's going to say Wanna Dinka Fink on that side. So instead of it being, because this one is one unit, if you put lettering on it, this side is going to be backwards, this side is going to be forwards, and that was the limitation that I was running into left and right. That's RF. What's this one over here? This thing has an uncanny way of being right in the way. Come on, grab. It doesn't want to grab. Come here, will you please grab? You fucker, grab. I'm sorry, guys. There's no reason for it. It's just really stupid. And I am bone weary of the constant cussing. I am so sick of it. This is a habit that's been with me since before I could speak a human word, I cussed. This is ridiculous. I am tired of it. I am absolutely bone tired of it. I know you guys are tired of it too. Who wants to hear some idiot cuss? I don't want to. I'm sick of it. But this is to break a stronghold. I might have to take a 2-3 week fast, eat nothing for 2-3 weeks. I'll break this son of a bit. Yep, see that? Okay, we'll go back to this. Ay, chawanga. But frustration seems to bring it out the worst. When you really, and the frustration seems to come about without any problem. All right, now, see, you're happy like that? Now what do we do with this? We hit the T. Bam. Okay. Now our light took an absence from reality, but we ain't sweating it. Now you can at least see this. I ain't going near the edge of that thing. Get out of here, you Wombat. Okay, we got our NOS bottles. I should have moved the, I can do that. As a matter of fact, I will do that. I'll make these shorter so you can read the NOS. This has to go back into the editor anyway to get the shadows for the forks, but the fork chrome looks really nice. Got the raked frame in here. Oh, yeah, I think those work for the guy. Let's find out. Now, he's going to take a while to come in because his uniform is freaking huge. I've got to calm that thing down. It's about 5 times the normal size it's supposed to be to get really high resolution wiggle. It'll come. It takes a minute or two. It might stall the shit out of a lesser machine. There he is. Yeah, his feet are on the bars to a degree. Sorry, guys. We'll get this. We'll get this. This is all doable, because Jesus is Lord, and it's a shame for me to misbehave to the degree that I have. See, it says the preacher right on it. Made in USA, squonk built by Humble George. And this is a real stained glass window from Fairfield, California. When I used to go out to see my uncle, he went to a couple of churches. One was the Seventh-day Adventist Church, which the people were so nice. They were nice people, but they were they were anything. They were nice people. And the other was a Samoan church where the singing and the camaraderie between those people was like, I just bring you to tears. They are tight-knit family of man. I'll tell you what, and they were so kind and sweet to me. And hey, my uncle even married one of the ladies from there. After his wife divorced him from 56 years of marriage, she got a wild. You know what happened? They got him on pharmaceutical drugs, and that woman went from a sweet, adorable French lady to a friggin' Tasmanian devil 40 minutes after she took her pills in the morning. Uncle George took his 18, 20 pills a day, and he turned into a complete raving asshole within no time flat. And you put those two together, and the divorce happened, and he lost millions of dollars, and she died shortly thereafter of natural causes. And I hired a beautiful black lady who was younger than me. Actually, I think she kind of wanted me, but I already had somebody in line up here in New York, so I just wanted to keep that happy. And she ended up marrying my uncle, so that's cool. He ended up with a wife anyway. He wanted a wife, he got one. He got a younger model, and hey, she can cook like a champ, and she's a nice lady. And I haven't heard hide in the harem since they threw me out of the will, and I left penniless with a stick up my ass. But aside from that, all is good in the real world. You're welcome to reality, Humble. Welcome to reality, where shit can happen at a moment's notice, and no matter how hard you try, you're probably going to take a good stiff one, whether you like it or not. But we ain't going to sweat it. Life goes on, and that's where we are. So, we got all that done. Business. I want to show you the one last thing about, if you don't want these to be red, come back to this adjustment screen, which is the very beginning, and highlight the fork tube right there. And see that it's gold 22. We'll come up to the 3 little adjustment balls and be willing to change the values. And let's see what it takes to get them to be happy. If I can remember how to do this. Is that putting the 1 right here? Yes, pink. That did that. And now we want to take the color out of them. So just put a 1 here and a 1 here. And we've got some very happy chrome. Just like that. Happy chrome. In fact, it's extremely happy chrome. Doesn't that look better than the red? Just like that. And I don't know how it'll look in game, but it looks mighty nice right now. In fact, we can brighten up these two just a wee bit by doing the Chrome Plus and try to do the same thing. Always have a way of looking at it first. Now, what did we do? Max Chrome, what level was it? We put a 1? Yeah, but we don't need a 6. We'll put a 1 here. Wow. I think what we're going to do is put a 0. Well, we don't want black, but we don't want a 0.1. We'll put a 3. Oh, that's too much. We'll put a 1. That's too much. Okay, we're going to need the point. We're going to 0.50, give us a half of 1. Not really enough. A 6. A 7. Give us an 8. There we are. Now the forks are very nice. They're really chrome. They're chrome and beautiful. And the top ones are even chromier. I can't really do the springs. I would love to do these little bastards, but they're all on a flat sheet. And there's only so much I can do when it's like that. But there we go. We got nice chrome adjusted. I really like those forks. And boy, I'll tell you one thing for a fact. That motorcycle really is a joy to drive. It is. There's no two ways about it. It's a sweetheart. It's not hard to do. It's nice. It's nice. That's how I retextured a lot of this stuff, guys. By changing those numbers. But you have to be careful because it's real easy to make a huge mistake, and you're pretty well bought the farm. Now I notice this one doesn't have the nice the extra footrest that the other one does, but let's see how bad it turns out to be. I don't think it's a deal breaker. Well, I'll have to go back at some point and put those in there for the guy, and I can peel these pins off so he's not, boy, that would hurt. You don't want that. Yeah, see, there's a lot of tidying yet to do. Tidying, my friends, but we'll get there little by little. So have a good day, whatever you find. Uh-oh.